welcome to A Course in Miracles in Practice. We're so pleased you're here to delve into the practical application of the Course.
Think of this as a guided journey, a step-by-step exploration of one of the most powerful spiritual texts out there. We're going to look closely at lessons 91 and 92, using lesson 111, which reviews them, and see how they apply in, real-life situations.
Sounds good. Let's start with the reading of lesson 111 itself.
Okay.
Lesson 91, miracles are seen in light. I cannot see in darkness. Let the light of holiness and truth light up my mind, and let me see the innocence within. Lesson 92, miracles are seen in light, and light and strength are one. I see through strength, the gift of God to me. My weakness is the dark. His gift dispels by giving me his strength to take its place.
And then the practice for the day.
Right. On the hour, miracles are seen in light. On the half hour, miracles are seen in light, and light and strength are one.
Okay. So the request was for real-world examples. Let's take something common, like feeling that wave of self-doubt before, say, giving a presentation.
Yes. That feeling inadequate or worrying about what people think. From the Course's standpoint, that's the darkness, isn't it? It sort of clouds your perception, dims the inner view.
So using the affirmation, I cannot see in darkness. Let the light of holiness and truth light up my mind. That's like actively pushing back.
It's an invitation, I'd say, a conscious choice to look for a different perspective, beyond those limiting thoughts, a call for clarity.
And it's interesting then how the lesson immediately links that clarity, that light, with strength. Light and strength are one.
It's not just about seeing things differently, but that seeing itself has an inherent fortitude.
So when you say miracles are seen in light and strength are one, you're tapping into that.
You're affirming that this clear seeing isn't weak or passive. It comes with strength. The Course suggests this divine strength replaces that feeling of weakness, of being incapable.
Which could certainly help shift things before public speaking, towards something calmer, maybe more confident.
A more centered state, yes.
Yeah.
And it helps detach your sense of value from how well you perform.
That's a key point. Your worth isn't really on the line.
It's inherent. The light and strength are there regardless of the outcome.
Okay, let's try another scenario. What about conflict, say, with a friend, and you start feeling resentment building up?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Holding on to that hurt. It really does feel like being in the dark, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can only see their faults.
And the Course is quite direct about this. Resentment keeps you in shadow, blinds you to seeing with love.
So the practice. Let the light of holiness and truth light up my mind, and let me see the innocence within. That's crucial here.
It becomes a really active practice, a deliberate attempt to look past the surface behavior, the stuff that caused the conflict.
Trying to see, or at least be willing to see. The underlying innocence, perhaps, in both of you.
And that's where the strength part comes in again. Light and strength are one.
How so?
Well, it requires real inner strength, doesn't it? To let go of the ego's need to be right, to hold the grievance. Forgiveness takes strength.
And that strength comes from the light, from seeing differently.
That's the connection the lesson makes. So reaching out to mend things isn't weakness.
No, it's actually coming from a place of stability, of clear sight.
You're moving from fear of being hurt again, maybe, or fear of being wrong, towards compassion, guided by that inner light.
Okay, what about bigger life stuff? Navigating a major change, maybe a career shift.
Yeah, this can feel huge. Lots of uncertainty, anxiety about what's next.
Definitely feels like darkness sometimes.
And the Course suggests that real clarity, the kind you need then, doesn't come from that anxious, fearful thinking. It comes from divine light.
So reminding yourself, miracles are seen in light, helps ground you.
It's a reminder that a clearer view is available beyond the worry. Often the darkness in career stuff is about focusing on, external approval or what society expects. The light could be recognizing your own inner guidance, your inherent value, whatever the outcome looks like. And there's strength in that focus.
So asking, let the light of holiness and truth light up my mind. It's about trying to quiet the noise, the fear.
Setting aside the anxiety, becoming open to a wisdom that's deeper than your immediate worries.
And affirming light and strength are one helps you feel empowered to act from that inner knowing.
Empowered to choose based on that inner divine strength, rather than reacting out of a sense of lack or fear of the unknown.
It might not mean the fear vanishes completely, though.
That's a really important distinction. Fear might still pop up, but you build trust in that inner strength despite the fear. You move forward with more faith.
Okay, another angle.
Yeah.
How does this apply when we're trying to support someone else who's in pain?
Well, the Course often frames problems as misperceptions rooted in fear, doesn't it?
Right. The darkness is that clouded perception, obscuring the innocence within.
And our instinct is often to jump in and fix it for them.
Yeah, but that doesn't always feel right or even helpful.
So the Course suggests a different way. Internally affirming, miracles are seen in light. Reminds you your main job isn't fixing, but bringing light, clarity, peace.
And the part about seeing the innocence within.
That shifts your focus. Instead of seeing them as their problem, their pain, you hold a space for their underlying wholeness, even if they can't see it themselves right then.
So you're holding a vision of their true self, their spiritual reality.
And then, connecting with light and strength are one. You offer support from that place, from spiritual strength, not just your personal effort.
Which probably changes how you show up for them.
You become more of a calm, steady presence, less about giving advice maybe, and more about embodying peace.
Your peace extends to them, in a way.
That's the idea, offering peace through your own inner state. Okay, one last area. Personal growth, like breaking old negative thinking habits.
Oh yeah, those patterns can feel really stubborn. Like a fog, maybe?
That's a good way to put it. The Course might see those thoughts as the darkness, the fog blocking clear vision.
So like stopping and affirming, miracles are seen in light, acknowledges they aren't the final truth.
Right, you're choosing to look beyond them and asking, let the light of holiness and truth light up my mind. That's inviting clarity, peace, remembering who you really are, spiritually speaking.
Reminding yourself of that inherent connection, the truth beyond the fear stuff.
And repeatedly using light and strength are one becomes your anchor.
How so?
It helps you lean on that inner divine strength when the old thoughts try to pull you back in. It reinforces your choice not to get lost in them again.
And over time, practicing this, it softens those automatic reactions.
That's the hope. The inner critic gets quieter. Growth feels less like a fight.
More like returning to a natural state of acceptance.
A movement from fear towards love, which the Course says is our true nature.
So a final thought perhaps for everyone listening. Think about one area in your life right now where things feel a bit dark or where you feel a bit weak.
Just one area.
And consider how consciously applying this idea, miracles are seen in light and light and strength are one. How might that just begin to shift how you see it and maybe how you experience it? Thanks for joining us for this exploration today.
Yes.
If any of our listeners have thoughts or questions that came up during this episode,
We'd genuinely love to hear from you.
please feel free to email us.
The address is ACIM@theworldharmonyproject.org.
That's ACIM@theworldharmonyproject.org.
We look forward to hearing your perspectives.